Welcome everybody. Gameweek 11, eventful game week. More shocks, but to me, some were not actually shocks. I actually predicted that. But right, Gameweek 11 is over. Couple of injuries this game week for not only Premier League teams, but also La Liga side and other countries. Normally, they get injured during international break. Players got injured before. Just all those extra games that everyone's playing, more and more players are getting injured. So that's how it makes it harder to even pick FPL. Now, the international break just starting. I expect more injuries to happen. So this is going to be tough for us FPL people, especially those like me that are having a really poor season so far. But start off with the results of the game week. Brentford beating Bournemouth 3-2. I really enjoy Brentford's games. I enjoy Brentford's games. Like, they are the most entertaining games. They're the most entertaining team, actually, this entire season. They are just very entertaining to watch. It's enjoyable games. You just expect a goal fest every time Brentford's playing. So they beat Bournemouth 3-2. Bournemouth, as you'll know, beat Arsenal, beat City. Brentford are showing that they also capable of winning, just winning in general. Um, After that, Fulham beating Palace 2-0. Now that's not really a shock. Clean sheets is also not really a shock. Palace have been, like my FPL teams, poor. They've been really poor this season. I honestly did not expect them to be doing so bad. They made money off of the Elise sale, but although Elise was the key man, they could have brought in players that are capable of replacing him. But so far, Palace has not been good at all. Then West Ham and Everton, 0-0 draw. Everton, Everton are that team that keeps clean sheets unexpectedly, and most of the time, us FPL managers don't normally have Everton defenders in our team. Because when Everton do concede, they end up conceding a lot. But they are up there with the teams that concede the lowest amount of goals when they do actually keep a clean sheet. And they keep quite a lot clean sheets. Last season, they kept, I think, second or third most clean sheets in the Prem, even though they were trying to survive relegation last season. So that's a bit expected for them to keep a clean sheet in a 0-0 draw. Um, Moving on, Wolves and Southampton. Wolves beating Southampton clean sheet 2-1. I did expect that. Wolves was Cunha, not Wolves. Cunha has been playing really well this season. Been having a good season so far. Same with his teammate Ryan Nori. He has also been qualities so far this season, and yeah, they've been doing okay. Not the best, but they're doing okay. Then Brighton beating City 2-1, as I predicted. I predicted Brighton to beat City. Very happy about Brighton beating City. City drop more points and get their fourth loss in a row in all competitions. I just love saying that. Fourth loss But can't be happy about that because Arsenal didn't even win their game. Like I said, Klopp did something. He used something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And it's destroying City and Arsenal slowly. Like, both teams can't win anymore. Just all of a sudden, they just can't win. It's bad. It's really bad for City and Arsenal. And for some reason, they're still sitting second and fourth. Like, how? They both struggling in the last couple of game weeks, and they're still in the top four. So, is it does it mean that other teams are doing poor, or does it mean that even though Arsenal City have been in a poor run, they're still having an okay season? I mean, Liverpool are seeing Arsenal and City flop, so they doing what I expect other teams to be doing, and that is doing well and passing both those clubs. And they sitting 5 points clear, as you can see here with their 2-0 win against Aston Villa. Now, I did not expect Liverpool to keep a clean sheet in this game. I did expect them to win, but I did not expect a clean sheet. Clean sheet came a bit of a shock for me. As I was watching the game, Villa had so many chances and wasted so many opportunities, and it bit them in the butt. It bit them hard because Liverpool, Mo Salah playing really well, goal and assist, high points this game week. Yeah, and then we move on to Sunday's fixtures. Man United beating Leicester 3-0. Expected a clean sheet from United. Ruud's last game as caretaker manager until Ruben Amorim comes after the international break to have his first game against Ipswich. Now Man United will have some players back. That Lenny Yoro might be back, and I think Luke Shaw started training again. So that's some improvement defensively for new manager Ruben. So Man United beating Leicester 3-0. Bruno was incredible. According, he got two assists. He got an assist for the own goal as well. Two assists and a goal. So he also got really good points this game week. So I would expect managers to start bringing in Bruno, but we'll see how that goes. Now, one of the shocks of the game week is Nottingham Forest losing 3-1 at home to Newcastle. Now, to me, I really thought that Wood would get a goal or two in this game, and Forest would most likely win this game comfortably, but that didn't go as planned, and Newcastle got the win. Isak was the guy that was telling FPL managers that he is coming into form and that he is going to outshine Chris Wood. That's what he has proven in that game. So, I don't know, we'll see if Alexander Isak can continue this hot form he's been of late and see if he can convince FPL managers to add him into the team over the likes of Erling Haaland and Chris Wood. Now moving on to Ipswich beating Tottenham 2-1. Now, Delap, goal and assist. Tottenham losing at home again to a team that has not won so far this season. Tottenham lost to Palace 1-0. That was Palace's first win of the season. Now they lost to Ipswich 2-1, which is Ipswich's first win of the season. So, Postecoglou, who said that in his second season, he always wins a trophy. Now, if you losing to teams that can't win their games and still think you can win a trophy, I'll be really shocked if they even make it to a final of any of the competitions they are in. Because they did also lose in the Europa League to Galatasaray. That was their first points dropped in the Europa League. So, I don't know. We'll see how Ange can, what he can do out the international break. And then the main event, the game I expected to be like this Brentford game. I expected the Arsenal Chelsea game to be the Brentford versus Bournemouth game. But instead we got the West Ham and Everton game. This game was poor from both teams. I mean, the frustration about this game is that the Chelsea players, every time a Chelsea player got touched, they flew. Uh, it was like Arsenal versus paper. Is Chelsea just flew every time they got touched by an Arsenal player. It was non-stop. It was just stopping all the time. Every few when you think the game was going into a flow, then there's a foul. A Chelsea player is laying down. It's, it was just a bad game. Arsenal had opportunities to win the game. They decided not to. The Kai Havertz offside. Um, we both saw the lines. The lines said that Kai Havertz was in an offside position, but when you see a camera angle showing it from the side, Kai Havertz is clearly onside, and the lines were drawn incorrectly, which I don't know how they managed to draw lines incorrectly, and I don't understand how when there's an offside, the cameras are never in line with the offside. They always at an odd angle, and just offsides in the Premier League make absolutely no sense. I really can't wait for the semi-automatic offsides. But also that now is rigged. After, if I don't know if you'll watch the Barca and Real Sociedad game, where apparently the foot of Lewandowski was offside. But when you look at, well, I think it was Lewandowski or Rafinha, they said he was offside. But when you look at the camera, his foot wasn't, that foot that was there in the semi-automatic offside, that was not even his foot. It was not a Barcelona player's foot. It was some imaginary foot that just popped up. They literally AI'd and used a random foot that isn't even there. So I don't even know how, if we can even trust the semi-automatic, because we know how corrupt Premier League is. If the semi-automatic offside rule happens, then I think it'll be more chaos because PG Mall are terrible at their job. Yeah. Then Trossard missing the best opportunity. Instead of leaving it for a Kai Havertz tap in, he hits a cross goal. Trossard has been really poor this season. I did not expect that of him. And he ruined our chance to get 3 points. Very frustrated with him and our team. I don't think our team did enough to win the game. They waste too many opportunities this season, and they far below the team that I saw in the last 2 seasons. This is one of the worst Arsenal teams since Arteta has arrived, and I stand by that. Now I got 38 points. Yep, another poor game week. And look at my bench. I got 11 points. Leon Delap on the bench. and I got 6 point Konate in the bench. If I took out Rogers and Bonanote and put those two in, I could have had at least 53 points in total. Yeah, I would have had 53 points. So Raya, 2 points conceded against Chelsea, which we shouldn't have conceded because Kai Havertz just left Pedro Neto to run past him. I don't know, maybe the head injury got him a bit dizzy. I don't know what happened. Sanchez also conceding, which we expected. Martinelli getting a goal there. Van Dijk and Konate keeping the clean sheet, and I ended up keeping Konate on the bench. Martinez clean sheet as well. Ola Aina conceded 3 goals, so he got a -1. So he ends up at 1 point. Gabriel, 2 points because he conceded. Rogers got 1 point because he got a yellow card, did nothing in his game. Bonanote, 1 point. I think he also got a yellow card in that game, did nothing. Palmer, 2 points. Palmer has been really poor in the big games. He's becoming into Erling Haaland, where they don't perform in the big games anymore. So that's Palmer, another 2 points. Dwight McNeil, 0. I don't think he played. I'm not sure. So I left him on the bench. My captain Mbuemo, I expected big things from him. I expected goals. There was 3 goals that were scored and he only had an assist. I expected more from him. So he ended up only 5 points as my captain 10. Then Chris Wood, 2 points. I did not expect him to blank. I expected him to score. I mean, they're playing at home against Newcastle. I expected at least a goal. He blanked. Haaland got 5 points after scoring, and he ended up getting a yellow card. So that's what made him get only 5 instead of 6 points. And then Delap. I'm still upset about the Delap and Konate. Delap got a goal and assist, and I left him on the bench. You know how I was praying that Cole Palmer doesn't play so that Delap can come in with his 11 points. But then I see Cole Palmer's face in the starting 11, and I already knew that he was going to blank and that I was going to just be really upset. So hopefully, well, y'all will see my FPL team for the Gameweek 12 on Friday or Saturday. I've already made my changes, and that game week I got players that got really good fixtures. So if I don't get over 60 for the first time this season, then I am cast as a FPL manager. So peace.